I think that this project was extremely successful. We approached it with certain goals that we had, and we achieved all of them. So we had this invitation we wanted to do. Everyone seemed to be really excited about it. So that was great. We wanted to lend a hand wherever we could, and so we offered to do anything they needed us to do. Like, we went to go hang out flyers around town, which was something extra that we hadn't planned on doing, but it was great that we were able to do it. We led discussions, I think, pretty successfully. We got the kids to think about the book in a sort of deeper level and also a more personal level, how it relates back to them, and how they can see the lessons that have been taught by this one book in a more broad sense. And I think that the kids really enjoyed it, which is number one goal of this whole thing. So overall I'd say yes, it was very successful. This project met a community need in the sense that I do think the community needs the program, so being able to participate in that fulfilled the need of kids to come together and to be a part of a reading community and a community that promotes reading among kids and literacy. And I think that we also were able to meet a community need in the sense that people in the community who were running this needed help with these certain tasks and jobs that we did for them. So we did that, and I also think that this isn't necessarily a need, but a desire of people in the community to have Skidmore students help in the community, or give back in some sort of way, rather than go out to dinner and that's it.
So there are two types of improvements that we can make improvements on how we communicated and how our project in specific with Saratoga Reads, and the improvements on the Saratoga Reads Junior project in general. And first, I think if anyone does this project in the future, it would really be valuable to them, I think, to meet actually face-to-face with the people who are helping to edit and write the letter. I think that would be a bit more time efficient than the way we did it with emailing the letter and then they send their edits back and different people send edits, and it just took longer than I think it could have if we had just met with all the board members once or twice and come in with a letter and they tell us what they think about it and then we edit it, and that would have maybe worked a bit better. But other than that, I think that in general our communication with the Saratoga Reads Junior Board was really good. In terms of improvements for the Saratoga Junior Reads program in general, I think they are pretty organized and it's pretty awesome, but they're also not quite used to having as many children sign up as did sign up, and I think in the future we need to prepare better for the amount of children. I think we can definitely get more leaders from the college and from Saratoga high schools, and because I think a lot of college students would want to participate in that, so then we can accept all the students and we don't need to have a wait list. In addition, next year I'm sure that they'll be better prepared with the books, so that, because they didn't know there were going to be so many people, so there weren't enough books ordered, but in the future I think they'll prepare very well for that.
Through this experience, I feel like I've gained more of a sense of community, which I guess was part of the whole goal of this project. I thought it was really nice to be able to be a part of something that isn't Skidmore related and that is solely based in Saratoga's community. It was really great to be involved in something at the library also, because before this, I had never been to the Saratoga Library, and it's a really nice place, and everyone who I've met is really nice, and it just has fostered a real sense of community, and like it just feels good to be able to have that interaction, because it feels like normally we're very separated from the actual people who live in Saratoga. And so it was really good to have that interaction and mingle with the other people and meet the kids here, and also meet high school students who go here. It was just an experience that I'd never had, and so I found that very rewarding.
I gained a lot of experience organizing events and working with a lot of other people to be able to produce a final product, which was the discussion. And I also learned a bit about, writing letters and advertising in the best way possible to promote involvement in the event that you're working on. In addition, I learned that I learned a lot from the kids who I was discussing the book with, and I learned that children have different perspectives than we do, and they think of things that we never would have thought of, and I really appreciated that in the actual discussion, how much I learned from the students.
In terms of effort, I've definitely put in a lot of it. I felt like it was really important to make the kids feel really excited about the program, and I was really excited to be participating in it. I just wanted them to feel the same way, and I wanted them to love the book and have questions and hear them analyze what they read in their own way. And so I felt like creating an invitation that made people excited to read this book, because it wasn't, it is a nonfiction book about the brain, which I think could probably be seen as very intimidating to some kids. The fact that it isn't a story and the fact that it deals with the brain, something that we still don't really know that much about. It's a very complex and science-y topic. And so being able to put the man hours in to try and get this invitation perfect is something I felt like I definitely put all my effort into that. And Brianna and I would always ask Leslie if there was anything else we could do, and we were just really enthusiastic about being part of this, and like really wanted to help out in any way that we could, because the program has really been expanding, and so it's harder to deal with 100 kids than it is to deal with 50, and so I think a lot of the time dealing with such an influx of people it's amazing, but it can be overwhelming. So we wanted to make sure that we were doing every single possible thing that we could be doing to make the load easier on the board and the people who are really doing the nitty-gritty and getting everyone in and getting the books out. And so I think that we both definitely did everything that we could and put all of our effort into this project, and I think that it really paid off, and the people involved could see that we were really trying to give it all of our best.